Hello, we want to welcome everybody today to Mom and Dad Talks, where our favorite people are Mom and Dad, and of course, my other mom, Hanty. Hey, good to see everybody. And we have a residential expert today because we have a very deep subject that I don't usually open up my personal life to, but I'm going to open myself up a little bit today. When should we let it go? And what am I talking about? When should we let it go? Well, I've been struggling for the last couple of months. I've been seeing stuff I haven't been happy with in my life, and that is my hair is not all there anymore. I'm balding.
Receding.
Yeah. Thank you, Nancy. And so
I'm just saying.
yeah. And it's, you try to cut it. The barber's working with it, and I'm like, when at what point, what should I do with this? So, as we always start, and we're gonna, Dad, you gave me some good advice as we were talking before we got in the room. Open up, Dad, and then we'll have my mom hand, and then we'll have a residential expert, Mr. Alfred, give us some advice.
Well, balding is something that you have no control over. You can try to hide it. You can try to use a toupee, or you can comb it all forward and sweep it back, which looks horrible, or you can grow a ponytail.
Okay.
So for me, balding for men is a thing that you just have to accept, and it's in the genes, as you can see. So, just like you have to realize when you can no longer play basketball anymore, when you're not as fast as you used to be, or your hair turns gray overnight. There are some things you just have to accept. Now, balding right now is in style, to shave your head. Okay. And a lot of people do shave their head, and they have nice heads. Everybody that shaves their head is not, how do you say it? Your head is not the right shape to shave your head. You have wrinkles and you have some dents in your head. But it's up to you. I would say that.
Mr. Alfred, are we okay? Hold up, Dad. Mr. Alfred, are we okay, sir? Okay. Go ahead, Dad.
Beauty is only skin deep. Ugliness is to the bone. So really, you have to realize that your receding hairline doesn't determine the man.
Okay.
It's on the inside that counts.
Thank you, Dad, for that comment there. So, Mom and Hanty, what are your comments on this from a woman's, mother's perspective?
I don't have a perspective on it, but I had a friend who was bald, and that friend said to me, "Bald is sexy." Okay, well, it's in the eyes of the beholder, I guess. So, I really can't really speak on that subject of what do you do about when you're getting bald? It's just
some people use weaves, some people do wigs.
No, I thought he was talking about mainly men. Were you talking about?
No, he's talking about for women now. What would you do?
I was really talking. This is my crisis. We'll get to that.
His crisis. That's why I was speaking for the men, about the men. Now they have always had something for women,
right?
To cover up their premature hair loss. So you do what you have to do and feel comfortable with. I have a friend who's in his 80s. In his 80s, he didn't want to be bald, so he went and got what they call a rug.
Okay.
Slapped on his head, and I guess he felt more comfortable with that. But after a few years, he decided he wasn't going to put that on his head, and he looks better to me having his head shaved. That looking natural.
Thank you, Mom. Hanty, let's hear my other mom's weigh in on this.
Well, actually, your mom and pop, they said, they had some very good suggestions. And I have seen some I'll just go right to the juggler here.
Yeah, go to juggler.
I have seen some very attractive men using what they have to define them.
Okay.
That would be letting your hair grow as much as it can.
Okay.
And then pulling it into a ponytail.
Okay.
That to me is attractive.
Ooh, I got options.
Because you are working with what you have. The same, and I'm sort of in that same condition. I have lost a lot of hair since the first of the year, and a lot of, strands. I see it coming out. And I thought of going to something else. That something else might redefine me. I want to be comfortable in my skin. Yeah. Okay. And so I've tried different hairdos. This is a new one. Might be another one next week. I don't know.
It's good on you, Hanty.
Well, Hanty. And it takes a little bit of, am I vain, or am I taken with what God has already given me? Good looks, good hair, all of that. I can work with whatever I have. But you do have options if you don't want to. Shaving doesn't make you another person. You are always going to be what you are.
Okay. Thanks for that kind of confidence. I'm a little worried about this.
Right. Well, and good looking men are always going to be good looking men. Okay. All right, Todd.
Thank you, Cassie. I'm a little worried because my wife is going to weigh in because it's going to affect her. Because
I want to hear what she has to say.
Well, we're going to get her in a second. I want to get my residential expert, went low riding. Why did I get him here? Because he's one of the only guys that can tell me if I take it all off, what am I to expect? So I'm going to ask Mr. Alfred right now to come on. Mr. Alfred, can you please come on?
I knew he was doing something.
What is he doing? Oh, Uncle Serious?
Yes, Mr. Alfred.
Uncle Serious?
100% sure why. I'm not 100% sure why I'm on this. I don't have any problem.
I want to see him.
Wait, we lost you, Mr. Alfred. I don't know what happened.
I knew it.
Yeah, you see.
I think I'm on the wrong episode. I'm not sure that I'm supposed to be on this episode.
Looks like Karen P. Alfred.
Oh, man. No. Mr. Alfred, for those of you who are listening, he's actually wearing a wig, and he's been doing low riding, what we call balding or whatever you want to call it, for a while here. And I'm in the valley of decision. My dad kind of lets it kind of go, and he kind of fixes it. Mom fixes it, and I don't know whether to let it all off or kind of off or the ponytail. My options are small. So, Mr. Alfred, can you give me some clarity on what you think should happen with this?
Well, it's kind of like congregations at church. When the front meets the back, then church is over. So when the front of your hairline meets the back of your hairline, give it up.
Okay, that's some sound advice.
Until then, church is in session.
I need to work with my situation until the front meets the back. Then let it all go.
Let it go.
All right, that's the bit. So
yeah. Well, the whole idea of being bald. There's several options for men. You could cut it lower than what you do. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Okay, I've seen that
shadow, so to speak. For me, decision that.
We think we lost you, Mr. Alfred.
Yeah, my connection isn't that bad. I had to find a lower spot in my home.
Oh man, because this is extremely helpful for me.
Yeah.
Well,
so for me, it wasn't a really much when my hair. I didn't just lose the hair on top of my head. I lost my eyebrows. My legs were smoother than my wife's. I lost, did everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got on chemotherapy and it started to come back, it didn't come back evenly. So I was on the cusp anyway. And I had gotten used to being bald because that's what the only, option I had, really.
Mm-hmm.
And when I just stayed that way. It's not that I can't grow hair. You see it today. This is about 2 weeks of new growth. But I mean, I can grow hair. It just doesn't grow evenly.
Oh my
So I decided to do what it's about, man. Stay, and your stuff like that. The less pronounced your patches will be.
Thank you, Mr. Alfred. I needed some advice here. Now, the ultimate advice here. My wife. This is a major decision. Is going to affect you, obviously. I mean, what do you think your husband should do with this crisis moment?
I think in this moment you should relax because your wife said from until death do you part, and a lot of things part.
My Lord.
Before death. But my love will never part from you.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
So don't, I want you to relax in this and remain organic.
Oh.
Remain natural. And don't try to do any extra stuff for Rogaine and all that stuff. Just be you. That's what I would like for you to do. Now, if whatever.
If the front meets the back.
Be comfortable. Now when the front meets the back,
Take brother.
Let it go.
Just just take it all off at that point. Just let it go. Well, like I said, a lot of people. I'm glad we got options here.
Just remember, just like clothes don't make the man, hair does not make the man.
No, and you know what, Todd? The whole thing is, bald is okay to me. So, I mean, when the front meets the back, you don't even have to ask. Just go shave it today.
Just go shave it off?
Fine.
Okay.
I'm okay with your head. That's natural.
I mean, that's the main thing, right? I want to make sure I have the sexy still going on here.
Yeah, that's I'm still
really
got the sex.
It's not working out for me, and I'm frustrated. And so, but anyway, this was a very helpful educational talk for me. My family came here to support me today in my crisis. A lot of guys go through this crisis, they don't understand what the crisis means.
We want to thank Carl and Alfred for the style show today.
Yeah.
We really appreciate that. This is called the Be Yourself Style Show by Carl, and we want to thank Alfco for that amazing style show today.
Options.
Yes.
It's called Options. Okay. Do you have one more look? I know you have one more look for the audience today. Someone is looking for that one more look, maybe for work. What is a look that they can have for their head?
Yeah. You got one more.
I think he has one more.
Yes.
Okay, he's gonna give us one more.
He's gonna give us one more.
Quick. But like I said, I want to thank, especially today. A lot of people may balding happens to everybody. Well, but when it happens to you, you got to. What do you do with this, right? How do you?
You don't have to do anything.
Well, if I don't do anything, it's gonna look like it's like.
What
happened to you?
Your wife said something very good, very, very good. Relax.
I'm trying to wrap my head. When you dry your hair.
So
I'm on.
You're on live right now, Mr. Alfred. I don't know what you have for us, but it's just gonna be.
And then I need Aunt Karen to say that again, because he wasn't even doing that at that point. What you just said.
Relax.
Okay.
Relax.
Thank you, Auntie.
Relax. I mean, be confident in what you are. It's in your head, not what's on your head.
Thank you. It's in here, not what's left.
Yes, correct. Even though it's a nice head. What is that?
So this is more of the COVID look for options, you know, if you're trying to quarantine.
Yeah.
You know.
I want to see him.
Well, see, you don't see, thank you, Mr. Alfred. This is his last.
In indigenous nations where this is, traditional. So
okay.
The ball not an issue, when you're in certain cultures because there's, traditional headdress.
Okay. So with that in mind, I'm going to play this last advertisement here. I hope you guys enjoy it here. And hope you guys have some fun with this one. Before we go.
Hello, STC family. This is Carlin Alford, one of the members of the STC squad, and we are so excited to come to you, Washington, D.C., May the 29th. We're going to be bringing the heat. We want you to go and register today for the conference. Now, you may ask, what is all involved in this conference? We're going to be telling you the keys to success. I'm going to give you one right now for free. I'm sitting in front of a Lamborghini Gallardo, one of the fastest vehicles on planet Earth. But with all of the power and with all of the technology that goes into making this fast, it would not be able to be under control if it didn't have this spoiler in the back. Now, what does the spoiler have to do with anything? It creates something called downforce. So at the highest speeds available, this car stays grounded because of that spoiler. What's keeping you grounded when you're on your path to success? Well, we're going to tell you how not only to create that momentum, but to also how to stay grounded. Please register right now for that event on the 29th. We can't wait to see you in Washington, D.C. STC, be blessed.
Yes, STC, May 29, 2021 from 2:30 to 8. Please register, support Mom and Dad Talks because they're a proud supporter of Sustaining Change. That's one of the reasons why we have done this. So first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming along today. I hope you guys had some fun, plus got some knowledge here. That's what we're all about here. And thank you, family, for helping me get through my crisis moment here. And until next time, anybody want to say anything before we leave Mom and Dad Talks today?
We're still on, right?
You're still on. We're about ready to close.
Okay. Whatever you're going to do, I would like to see what you're going to do before you do it.
Thank you, Mom.
That's going to be hard to do.
Thank you, Dad, for the support here. So, Auntie Carlin, you have anything before we get off today?
Yeah, like I said, when the Saints from the front meet the Saints from the back, church is out. Just keep that in mind.
Okay, we're gonna definitely keep that in mind.
I want to say too.
Okay.
Even though I want you to relax and be, just be you, but I have seen situations where you just have the middle congregation and everybody joining in. Just the middle conversation, just. A little bit, right?
At that point, go low riding.
You can let it go too. Okay. I think you don't have to be in the limelight right there in the middle of everybody.
So we're gonna take my wife's advice here. So I love everybody. Thank you for today, and thank you for the lovely advice. And I'm gonna work with it.
All right. And accompaniment is always there.
Yes.
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 Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. I do have a lot of options. I appreciate that, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you for helping me through my crisis moment. Thank you. That's all today for Mom and Dad Talks. Till next time, see you next week. Starting off the month of April, which is an exciting month for some people.
Yes.
And don't forget to register for Sustain the Change at events.
All right. See you all then. Bye.